Hello, welcome back to our channel. And yes, today we have something different to discuss. That is how to learn faster. UPSC Civil Service exam is considered as the most prestigious exam in our country. In order to clear this exam, UPSC aspirants will have to cover vast syllabus and too many study materials. Now the question is how to cover such a vast syllabus and n number of materials in a limited amount of time. Even if you could manage to cover the syllabus on time, you may find it difficult to memorize most of the part. So, now the question is how to learn faster and more efficiently. The answer is nothing but simply by learning the skill of learning. In this video, we will discuss a scientifically proven technique that you can use to learn a vast amount of information at a rapid pace. Learning is actually a skill that can be developed just like driving a car, swimming, cycling, etc. Here we have different methods of learning. Let's find out. Here I have three methods for you. One is learning with your sense, two, learning with your mind, and the third one is learning with your feelings or learn with your heart. Learning is an individual process, and what works for me may not work for you. Studies shows that only certain part of our brain activate during learning. In a report from an expert says, people generally remember 10% of what you read and 20% of what you hear and 30% of what you see and finally 50% of what they hear and what they see. So, and therefore, it's important for us to combine our senses. Our brain is an image processor, not a word processor. So, creating a visual influence will help you absorb the maximum from what you read. In terms of active learning methods, you will benefit from engaging in relevant discussions, reading out loud, and experiencing a positive environment. The second and the third, which is the most important learning method, is learning with your mind and learning with your feelings or learning with your heart. Let me combine these two methods and explain how you can bring out these two methods in your preparation. For this UPSC Civil Service examination, more than 60% of questions are from open source of learning. That is, you cannot answer such questions simply by reading a book. But the problem is that 80% of the questions are such that you cannot answer it without understanding the static part or the conventional part. So it is important how you analyze these things, and it is all about how you can link the dynamic aspects with the static topics. So when you learn with your mind, it is all about comparison of various aspects of a topic such as social aspects, cultural aspects, economic and geographical aspects, etc. And this will help you to understand or evaluate the topic in a much broader perspective so that you can answer any kind of question that's going to ask in the examination. Our third method of learning is learning with your feelings. Let us link this with the previous method. Having understood a topic in a more broader perspective, now you can learn it with your heart. This is where you will introspect or examine your own thoughts and feelings. And you will introspect what is out of your awareness or to understand whether you can exploit your knowledge to give the best at your exams. Having understood how to learn, now the question is how to accelerate your learning or how to learn much faster. Accelerated learning is a three-step technique where you can scan, skim, and skip through the material which you are going to learn. So, the first step is to scan. This is where you get familiar with the entire book. In a matter of an hour, you can get an overview just by going through the contents, key points, headings, and you can go through the book page by page to understand how the book is laid out. So, now your brain knows what you are going to learn. Now the second step is skimming, and this is where you go through the entire book in two steps, that is preview and in view. Let your fingers or a pen or a pencil move faster through every lines of the book so that you can read quickly and concentrate throughout the entire book. And you can underline the keywords. I repeat, just underline the keywords only. So, yes, the fastest bullet go the smoothest, isn't it? So, you can read faster without giving time for your brain to go behind closed thoughts. It is scientifically proved that rapid reading will help you recall more than slow reading. So the next step is in view, and this is where you read the text for a third time and you can underline or highlight the key points. Here you can write down some keywords or key points on the text itself if needed. And if you want, you can create some extra notes. So while underlining, you can follow the 10% rule where you can underline 10% of what you have read. So now you can find out what is relevant or what is irrelevant, and you can repeatedly revise and memorize what is needed and what you have underlined. Accelerated learning technique will help you in faster learning, and it will help you memorize the maximum from what you read. Learning is so simple when you learn the skill of learning, and it's damn easy, effortless, and a joyous process. I hope you enjoyed the video and let me know in the comment section whether this video was useful for you or not. Thank you.